Yo, what is going on, homies? It's your boy Stumped back for another OPTC video, and in today's video we're diving into the MOMO EXP teams against Kizuna, Blackbeard, 10-star. We're going to start off with the side variation. So that was the team, those supports, let's dive in. Now this team did change from my preparation video. I drastically underestimated how much HP I would have with the host ship, and even with the whale shark ship, I didn't have that much HP. Obviously, these are EXP teams, and you want to run an EXP ship, so I feel like if you have the hoe at level 12, you're probably going to be fine. However, I did replace that Yamato, or the Whitebeard and Marco unit that I had in the middle left, with Shirahoshi Mancherry. Now, this variation is kind of weird, because you get all your cooldowns and stuff on stage 2 rather than stage 1. It's very odd, but at the end of the day, it's not that big of a deal. With this particular team, if you switch with Shirahoshi Mancherry, it's going to allow you to overheal. Now, on stage 2 against Jesus Burgess, there's 5 turns of resilience, and whilst Momo doesn't get his cooldowns, he still allows you to auto-proc on turn 1, so you get the end-of-turn damage to get through this stage very, very nicely. Once you switch with Shirahoshi Mancherry, switch with Robin Koala, and switch with Carrot and Nami, and then use all 3 of their specials, you're going to overheal to double your HP, so that way you can get through the pain debuff on the final stage. With the pain, it goes up to 30,000 after level 30, so you need 60,000 HP at least to super swap with Zoro Sanji, and then also use their special to remove the defense up. You do want to get rid of all of those rainbow orbs, but look, it's a pretty easy kill on stage 2, as you have an orb buff, a color affinity buff, a chain boost, a chain boundary. You basically have every buff that you need, and because there's resilience, and you're relying on end of turn damage, you can just easily get rid of those orbs. Blackbeard's going to 50% HP cut you on the final stage. He's going to reduce your healing by 5 turns, or lock it, and then he puts up defense up for 5 turns, which will go to 6 after level 30. Now, after level 30, he also puts up a 3 tandem orb barrier. So, having Zoro Sanji using their super swap allows you to get a full board of tandem orbs, and that's going to allow you to break through the barrier. You can tap with your non-type advantage first, and then you can use your other characters to break the barrier, and then you can use your other characters like Robin Koala and Karanami to do all the damage. So that's Versailles. Next is against Int, and against Int, if you guys don't have Kid Luffy, you can actually bring Wano Law with the Corazon support. That's going to work out quite nicely, but that's the team. Those are the supports. Let's dive on in. Now, the beauty of Momo is he turns anytime you get binded into an increase of the attack boost that he provides on turn 1. This allows you to bring supports that can remove bind, despair, paralysis, all that kind of stuff that would stereotypically proc early will actually not proc. So stuff like Rayleigh on Luffy, stuff like Kanjuro on Momo will actually only proc on the despair rather than the bind that gets inflicted on turn 2. However, if you do have Kid Luffy, ideally you want to activate Kid Luffy turn 1. That allows you to get a 5-turn orb buff and the chain tap shenaniganry. It's very easy to hit 2 perfects every single turn. You have 2 turtles on stage 1, and then on stage 2, there's a 2 perfect barrier. Plus, there's 5 turns of defense up you have to deal with, and you can't use a chain boundary on the final stage. So utilizing Zoro now not only will help remove the defense up, but will actually give you 3 turns of a chain boundary. You get a chain boost with Sanji as well, and the combination of the 2 just works so nicely here. You can give yourself some Wano Orbs too to guarantee some more damage, but you also get tap timing harder to hit, so just be careful with those perfects. But if you get really, really stuck, you do have the barrier pen of Sop Sop as well down there, so that will help you out quite a bit. But remember, hit the 2 perfects if you are using Kid Luffy. Otherwise, you're not going to get the extra tap timing for the final stage. However, you can just save his special for this final stage. You are going to lose a bit of damage because you won't have stuff like Sop Sop. But actually, yes, you will. We're only using 1 special on the final stage anyway. But Sop Sop special not only gives you a conditional and base stats, the Nami support's also going to remove the rest of the despair that's inflicted on this stage. As you can see, we have 10 turns of an attack boost. There's no issues whatsoever. We can easily take out Blackbeard. Alright, finally, we have the tricolor variation, and this variation is actually, this one's going to be a little bit tough. We might see a little bit of problems here, and the Momo team might catch up with us, but I did make a change. I did take off Bobbins from this team, and I am using Usahaji. The main reason I'm using Usahaji was just because of the tricolor, your slashes hitting with type disadvantage is going to be just a smidgen of an issue. And you do need to be careful with your HP threshold when using King. So if you guys are using King, just be mindful he does cut your HP by 60%. So you are going to want to actually use some of these recovery orbs that Luffy gives you to actually heal back up. But look, I'll touch base with that once we get there. On stage 1, there is a couple enemies that flee. I believe the 3 mob units flee, but the turtles don't. So you can storm the turtles if you are insane, but otherwise Momo's just going to kill them here because this is a Momo team. On stage 2, there is 5 mob enemies and Shiryu. Shiryu is the only unit that doesn't run away, but there's 5 turns of damage reduction and threshold, and this is where Usahachi comes in. You also get a 51% HP cut here as well, and as you guys can see, I actually kept the recovery orbs for this particular variation. We're going to use Usahachi to remove the damage reduction, remove the threshold, and then we're going to target all of our shots into Shiryu. Now remember, you do have end of turn damage here that is type advantage to Shiryu as well, plus your Momo units do have type advantage as well. The units around the outside you don't have to worry about because again, you have end of turn damage, you've delayed everyone as well, so there's no issues whatsoever on this particular stage. You do want to kind of like heal a little bit, but like as you guys saw there, I was hitting goods, and you don't need to hit goods. You can hit greats. I don't remember what I was doing at the time, but as you can see, I hit goods and still managed to get it done fairly nicely. On the final stage against Blackbeard, he's going to give us a full board of bomb slots, and then he has a damage limit of 50%. He's also immune to defense down, all types of poison, and delay. So if you are using conditional boost, just be mindful of that. He does do 5 turns of special bind as well, which will go up to 6 after level 30. You also get 1 turn of recovery down, like your healing goes down after level 30 as well. So that's why you want to heal on stage 2. So that way, if you are using King, then your 60% isn't going to be a problem. Now, Zoro Sanji is great because they give you 2 turns of increased damage taken, 2 turns of chain boundary. You have attack boosting with Momo, and then you can get the color affinity thanks to King. But you need to make sure that you're above 30,000 HP. As you can see right there, I'm below it, but for now, I can heal back up. So if you are using this particular team, I would probably replace King with just another color affinity booster. Probably one that does like Free Spirits or... yeah, Free Spirits is probably the best one. Or you could just use something like, I don't know, Robin, and just get a conditional boost if you have the Super Sugo Robin. It's just going to guarantee you a little bit more. But as you can see, like, we managed to get this fight done fairly nicely. I was hitting blocks and greats because I can't remember what I was doing at the time. But at the end of the day, they're the Momo teams. They work quite well. If you enjoyed the video, belt the like button, hit the subscribe button, do all that good stuff. Most importantly, if you guys are in this beautiful world, please remember to enjoy the rest of your day. As always, homies, thank you all for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next one.